I'm here with Danielle DeVito-Hurley, co-practice group leader of the Real Property Group at Gunster, and we wanted to talk today about the Moments to Movements hackathon that you recently participated in. Can you tell us a little bit about what the hackathon is, what the purpose of it was, and why did you want to be involved?
Yeah, definitely. So the hackathon was hosted by the Diversity Lab, which is this really cool organization that basically brings together law firm partners and leaders in the law firm, in the legal industry to brainstorm ideas for more equitable and inclusive workspaces in the law. And so I was really excited to be involved because I thought, what a great opportunity to try to advance, historically underrepresented groups. Being a female first-generation attorney, I thought it was a really cool opportunity.
Absolutely. So it sounds like a big task to tackle these very complex challenges. Can you tell us a little bit about the process, how you prepared, about your team, and how you came up with your team name?
Yes, of course. So it is like an undertaking. It's a very worthwhile undertaking. So the time that you spent is definitely gratifying. So the Diversity Lab, for the first maybe 6 weeks, they send you data and articles so you can learn and kind of understand. There's so many misconceptions about DEI out there. It was kind of interesting to kind of get some real world data and really understand the problem. Then you spend the next 5 months, you meet, weekly or bi-weekly with your team to kind of create and formulate your idea, what's going to be your solution to try to solve these problems. So our name was kind of interesting. We were Team 7. And we were bouncing around different ideas, and somebody came up with SEAL Team 7. We loved it. It was fortuitous because one of the members of our group, who was brilliant, created this logo of Lady Justice with a seal. And honestly, the crowd, the judges loved it, and I think it was probably one of the reasons we were so successful.
I love that. So your team came up with a tool called SEAL Pro. What is SEAL Pro? What does it do? What problems does it solve?
Absolutely. So what we wanted to focus on was, there's been a lot of progress, maybe that's a better way to say it, about historically underrepresented groups attending and graduating from law school. The gap is bringing them in as attorneys, retaining them, and advancing them all the way through either equity or senior leadership. So we wanted to focus on that gap. We wanted to focus on how you retain and advance historically underrepresented attorneys. So SEAL Pro, which stands for Seeking Equitable Assignments for All Lawyers, is basically an interactive, real-time platform that attorneys or legal department leaders can use to basically see what their associates are working on, what their associates need to be working on, who they're working with, what types of client development efforts they've engaged in. Have they been involved in client development pitches? Are they working on those pitches? So it's allowing you to be able to really see real time in one place who's working with who's not getting the right work assignments, who's not getting exposure to leadership in the firms, so you can start to address some of those inequities that can exist, and you can make your associates' experience basically more fulfilling, right? That they have better opportunities, that they're getting better opportunities to work with different people. And we are hoping that that type of a platform will keep the associates more engaged, feeling more part of the culture of the firm, having higher levels of job satisfaction, which will ultimately lead to retention and advancement.
That sounds amazing. A dream product that really addresses that opportunity gap. And clearly the crowd, which was made up of your peers, felt the same way because SEAL Pro won the coveted Crowd Favorite Award. What did it mean to you to win that sort of recognition from your peers?
So it's pretty amazing, right? We knew, the group pretty much knew that we had a really great idea because everybody in the group wanted this product for themselves. I co-chair the real estate practice group. We don't have the ability to see the data that SEAL Pro would provide. I can see the utilization of my associates on either a daily or monthly basis, but I can't see who they're working with. I can't make sure that they're getting to do hotel management agreements or real estate development agreements. I don't get to see that broad at a glance. So everybody in the group was really excited, thinking this was going to be a great product, and then to have the crowd kind of validate it was pretty cool. It was a nice experience.
It was very exciting. So reflecting back on your experience as a whole, what were some of the ways in which maybe your thinking or judgments or beliefs were challenged by everything that you learned in the hackathon?
So I think for me, it was really like a broadening of kind of my perspectives, or, you know, coming into the profession as a woman, you already know that there's maybe some obstacles you're going to overcome. What I don't think I was aware of is how things like race or sexuality or disability or all of the other areas that people like struggle to kind of fit in or to advance and stuff. So to have the ability to kind of see that and understand that and be able to be more supportive myself of those type of groups, that's a huge opportunity.
So as a business leader, where do you see the opportunities for businesses to embed these diversity, equity, and inclusion principles into their business and talent management strategies?
So to be honest, I think for every business, you're going to look at it as like your bottom line, right? You're going to want to know that not only will this program work, it will have, you know, it'll achieve its stated goal, but it'll have real economic or other benefits to the firm. So for all DEI, especially what we were trying to like tackle, which is really kind of retaining and advancing historically underrepresented attorneys, it's such a huge cost to a firm to hire and train an associate, right? To have that associate leave because that associate either wasn't satisfied or it felt excluded from the culture of the firm, it's a huge cost. It's very, very expensive. So if you can find ways to keep all of your associates, especially your diverse or your historically underrepresented associates, satisfied, feeling part of the culture, the cost to you, right? The benefit of that type of, you know, that type of a program, like even like a SEAL Pro, you know, just to use it as an example, to be able to use something that you know is going to help all of your associates, keep them engaged, keep them satisfied, keep them there, that's going to be huge because you're not spending the cost over and over and over of hiring and training, and you're continuing to advance the people that you've invested in through their careers through into senior management. That's, you know, that's kind of like a no-brainer.
Absolutely. So we don't have SEAL Pro yet, but how did your participation in the hackathon change how you lead your practice group?
So for me, I think I'm just much more sensitive to the issues, right? You get very involved in your day-to-day and you're not necessarily focused on other people's issues. Everybody's busy, everybody puts their head down. For me, it was an opportunity to really reach out to each of my associates and recognize they have their own unique experiences and their own unique challenges, and I need to be cognizant of that. I need to be working with them to make sure they feel that they're part of our team, and whatever their particular strengths are, we highlight them, right? And we make them feel like they're included, and that, you know, it's something I think we've always done at Gunster. It's part of our culture, but I think being very aware of it from like the fact that everybody has different experiences and possibly different challenges, that awareness I think is what makes change.
And zooming out a little bit from your practice group, looking at Gunster as a whole, what impact do you think your participation in the hackathon will have on the firm?
Well, there's one really cool impact that it would have. So the really neat thing about Diversity Lab is it's an incubator, which means it invests in its winning ideas. So as we speak, Diversity Lab is investing in SEAL Pro, and they're making a pilot program. So I'm very hopeful that one day Gunster will be able to reap the benefits and we'll be able to use SEAL Pro and actually see it live, interactive, and make the difference that we really hope that it would make.
Well, we can't wait. Thank you so much, Danielle.
Of course, happy to be here. Thanks, Natalia.